Alright, so what does English mean to me? Or writing, or reading, or fucking words, I guess. Well, to me, personally, well, first off, I guess we need to establish what English is. English is a language. I see Mac trying to shoot himself in the corner. It's meant to communicate. So the first thing, particularly in writing, is effectively communicating an idea from the writer, me, to the audience or the reader or whoever is Stephen King, to the millions of people who buy it. It's about communicating ideas. So I guess on that note, I don't really buy into the douchey, artsy idea that all prose needs to be poetic and beautifully written. Like, so long as it communicates the idea effectively and concisely, it's good writing, I guess. Not that there can't be good poetic prose and all that. Just that it's not necessary. And when I think of that, I think of people like Stephen King. Going back to the King, I guess. A lot of people don't like Stephen King because he's long and overdrawn and all that. But I think for being someone who doesn't use a lot of big words, or even really spend a lot of time describing things, he's a master of detail. And even though he hasn't directly described things, based on the mood and his style of writing, you can vividly see it. And that's incredible. It's an incredible thing in writing. So to me, it's about communicating ideas, but I guess it's also, I mean, it's art, really. I mean, it's just like anything else. It's just like theater. It's just like painting, anything like that. It's about creating. It's about giving birth to this whole concept and revealing it to the world. And if I had to connect that to a book, I guess, it would have to be Mark D. Danielewski's, or Mark Z. Danielewski's House of Leaves. Because in that book, I mean, it's written like it's nonfiction, even though it's clearly fictitious, and it really experiments with the ideas of footnotes and headers and all the different things that would happen on a page. And it very much uses the space of a page to draw your attention to other words, and by shaping paragraphs in certain boxes, and the way he puts a page together, really, like, it looks almost like a piece of art. And I think that's fascinating, really, and it's something I've been trying to strive for in my own work. I really try to experiment with the aesthetic of a page can look like and what that can make of the work itself. I almost put more emphasis on the way words look on a page and what the words actually say, which might come off as like a postmodern douchey way of saying I'm a really bad fucking writer and I try to hide it by pretending I'm experimental. That's probably what it is, to be honest. But, I mean, we live in an age right now where, personally, I think, I don't know, I'm only like a third of the way through an English degree, so maybe I know what I'm talking about. But we kind of live in an age where, like, once writing got developed in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and structure and all that became finalized in a sense, there were writers who perfected that form, like John Steinbeck and all of that. And now we're into an age where, like, we're so used to the traditions and so used to the standards that we're trying to push beyond it now. We're trying to begin, like, my and our generation of writers are trying to question, like, what writing actually is, like, what art itself is, and we try to really expand on that and push the limits in our writing. So really, I guess, to me, like, writing and art, it's about self-discovery for one thing, and it's just about discovering the limits and then pushing them even further.